Many of you are going through a massive transformation in your life right now, and you probably can't even see it and don't even realize it. Just because you've gone through trials and tribulations, you've dealt with a lot of trauma, you dealt with a lot of pain, you dealt with a lot of people, right? You've been going through a series of events and it seems like nothing has been working out in your favor. It doesn't mean that your life is over. Matter of fact, many of you are rewriting your story right now as we speak, and you're getting ready to step into better days, step into that light, and becoming the best version of yourself. And this is why you're going to find purpose in your pain. So embrace the fear, the anxiety, embrace some of the things that you might be experiencing in your life, because internally you're going through a massive transformation and things are going to begin to shift in your favor, right? And I just want to share a quick story, for you. For those of you that's new to the channel, first and foremost, thank you so much for joining and for being here, being part of the tribe and the family. I truly appreciate all of you, man. I love you all to life. But let me share something that what I went through and how I came out on top. Okay, now back in 2018, I lost my father, right? It was the hardest thing that I have ever dealt with in my life because me and my dad were extremely close, like best friends, extremely, extremely close, right? But then after losing my father, 2 years later, I lost both of my grandparents, right? In the height of COVID, in 2020. And then 2 years later, I lost 3 more very close family members. And then just last year, I lost my uncle, which was my dad's brother, on my dad's birthday. So it has been very painful for me recently over the last several years. But y'all see where I am today, right? I'm pushing through every trial and tribulation and everything that has halted me. And not only that, seeing what my mother has been going through, because not only did she lose her husband, she lost both of her parents, right? So her husband and both of her parents within a 2.5 year time frame, a little bit less than that, actually, more like 1.5 years. And it's been extremely, extremely hard. Right? But I found purpose in my pain. Now, the reason that I started my YouTube channel to begin with was because I lost my father. Right? And you guys are going to find, you're going to start doing so many different things. You're going to be called to go in different directions, right? You're just going to be touching down, on new experiences, new connections, and everything like that. As soon as these events begin to unfold in your life, and a lot of you might be writing your life off. You might be thinking that you're cursed. You might be thinking that, nobody really appreciates you or love you. And it seems like, God doesn't care about you because you're going through the story of Job. And it seems like everything is falling apart. But once you stand on your own 2 feet and you don't bow down to the enemy, you don't give up, you don't allow for these things to break you down. Okay, your transformation begins the day that happens, my family, but it's up to you. It's really up to you, all right? You guys, you hold your own life in your hands, right? You create your own life. You are the co-creator of your life. And a lot of the times when you go through this pain, when you go through this trauma, when you go through these different things, you're going to have a story that needs to be shared with the world. It's not meant for you to keep that on the inside. Right? And a lot of the times, of course, when you first go through this, you're not going to want to share. You're not going to want to talk to anybody. You're going to go into isolation. You're going to go into solitude, and you're just not going to want to deal with anyone. You're not going to want to interact with anyone. You're just going to be to yourself. And yes, you may cry a little bit. You may feel depressed a little bit. You're going to feel down. You're going to feel anxious. You're going to feel sad, right? You're going to feel anger. Right? Another huge emotion that's going to come across you as you go through this pain, because it feels like nothing is ever, working out for you. But my family, when you can stand up and see the beauty in life, that's what I want y'all to do right now, is to see the beauty in life, right? Because no matter how many people you lost, and I know so many of you out there have lost loved ones as well, right? Maybe you lost your child. You lost your mother, your father, you lost a sister, a brother, a cousin, an aunt or uncle. You lost someone extremely close to you, and it really, really broke your heart. It really broke you down, and you may not even be able to function, right? How many of you are not even able to function in life? Like basic habits, like you're not eating properly, you're not sleeping at night, you're getting 2 hours of sleep. Okay, and it just seems like everything is completely over. But family, I'm here to tell you right now that no matter what you have gone through, you are not alone, even though it may feel like you're alone. Right? This video found you for a reason. It's to help you elevate. It's to help you transform. It's to help you get better and to encourage you to actually take that leap of faith and step forward. Now, you have to pay very close attention to the signs of things that is happening in your life as you go through the pain, my family. right? This is extremely imperative. Pay close attention to the signs, because most of you, if not all of you, right, if you have gone through a series of events and things happening in your life, everything was taken away, people were taken away, from you, not only are you going to start receiving revelations and things that you're supposed to be doing, you're going to start to see signs out here in the world of what you're supposed to be doing. You're going to start to get random ideas that's going to pop up in your head, letting you know, I need you to do this. I need you to go that way. I need you to start this business. I need you to, whatever the case is, whatever that thought that pops up in your head, really, really think about that. Where did that thought come from? Right? After you have gone through a series of negative things happening in your life, all of a sudden, something just pops up in your mind and you're like, why am I thinking about that? Right? And kind of just going back to my story, after losing my father, family, it was so hard. It was so hard, and y'all have no idea how bad I wanted my son to grow up, with his grandfather. I'm so grateful that my dad got to meet my son and know him until he was 5 years old. But just seeing him grow up, playing basketball, doing the things that he's doing now, excelling in school and everything like that, like it hurts me to the core knowing that my father is not here to actually see that. But the thing is that my father, my mother as well, they raised me well. Right? So whatever I was taught, by them, I'm instilling that into my son. Right? And I'm literally transforming through all of this. Once you go through this pain and you go through the trauma, you go through, maybe, losing close loved ones and stuff like that in your life, you're going to have a complete mindset shift. All right. And I just want to talk about your mindset very, very quickly, because a lot of people out here are extremely negative. They are extremely negative. Right? And that's not you. Now, maybe you do have some negative thoughts that pop up in your mind here and there, right? But don't let that consume you, because remember, your thoughts create your reality. So if you're always thinking negative, if you're always believing that things are going to go wrong, you're always believing that nobody loves, nobody cares about you, and it seems like everything that you're touching, everything that you're doing is failing, then family, that's exactly what you're going to experience out here in the world. But going through the trauma and the pain is going to teach you how to get better. It's going to teach you how to build resilience, how to push through all the trials and tribulations that has happened in your life. It's not a coincidence that so many of you are the chosen ones of your family, right? You're the black sheeps of your family, right? You go against the grain, you think differently. And it's also not a coincidence that you are the one that experiences the most pain, the most trauma, the most devastating events to happen in your life, because God knows that you can push through it and that you can overcome everything that is thrown your way. Everything that is thrown your way. Okay, you have the capability to actually maneuver past all of these trials and step foot into a better life for yourself and become the best version of yourself. You see, if everything was just always given to you on a silver platter, if nothing bad never happened to you in your life, right, you would never you would never appreciate the good. You would never appreciate, the amazing things that are actually happening in your life. So you have to go through these different things that is going to completely break you down, right? Remember, when you are being broken down, completely broken down, I mean, from every area and aspect of your life. Matter of fact, drop some comments down below, man. Let me know if you are just breaking down. Like, it seems like everything is happening, right? Things are going wrong, but this is why breakthroughs are coming. This is why certain people are going to show up in your life to help you move forward in your life. And this might be a video for you that's going to help motivate you and encourage you, inspire you to take a leap of faith, to go ahead and do that thing that you've always wanted to do. Whatever you have gone through, the pain and purpose, it's meant to be shared, right? You're supposed to share that story. And as you share that story, it's going to help other people get through and bypass their own stories, their own trials and tribulations, everything else that they have dealt with. All right. So this is why I'm sharing this story with you all, so you can know who is Coach Kev, right? Who is Coach Kevin? Where did this dude come from? How did he get here? How did he just show up in my feed? Right? You were meant to hear this message today, or whenever you're hearing this message, right? You were meant to hear it, because I'm sure many of you have similar stories where you have gone through losing a series of loved ones, like just back to back to back to back to back. It just seems like it's never ending. How many of you have felt that? How many of you have been there, right? You lose this, you're losing loved ones, you're losing close family members, right? And all of a sudden you lose your job. All of a sudden your car breaks down. Your finances are starting to go down. Your bank account's on negative. Things are just happening over and over and over and over again. And you're going through a lot of internal pain and you don't know what to do. And what do you do at night? What do you do when you go to close your eyes at night? Some of you might just be breaking down into tears, right? Just crying, asking God for clarity, for guidance. This is some guidance for you right here. Okay? You're going to find purpose in your pain. You're not meant to just be mediocre and live in your comfort zone, my family. Because when you live in your comfort zone, you're not living to be your full potential. Okay? So you have to step foot outside of your comfort zone. You have to do things that's going to make you feel completely uncomfortable. And this is what happened to me, right? I graduated college. I have a bachelor's degree in business. Okay? I did everything the right way. So they say, quote unquote, right? Do it the right way. Right? Worked for some amazing companies, made great money, had great benefits, did all these things, but my soul was never fulfilled there, right? I never felt like I was supposed to be doing that. So then when I lost my father, you know, after losing him, all of a sudden something just popped into my head and was like, YouTube life coach, YouTube life coach. And I received this revelation in the middle of the night. And then when I went out here into the world, right? And meaning just like hanging out with friends and doing different things and going to parties, and not like crazy parties, but like just going to like little gatherings and stuff like that, right? I started to see all these signs or hear words about YouTube and becoming a life coach. You know, I would receive ads out of nowhere, life coach, all these different things. And because I'm so great at speaking to people, right? I'm great at communicating. You know, this led me to start my channel, to start my own coaching business, to help you all become the best version of yourself and help you through your transformation. There's a reason why you're here. And I don't want you to give up on your life. Don't throw your life away. Don't throw in the white towel. Don't tell yourself that you can't do it. Stop letting other people ruin you and bring you down. That's not who you are. That's not who you are. You have a much higher calling. There's a reason why you're probably not supposed to be at that 9-to-5 job and why you're getting gang stalked and attacked at these jobs, because you're not supposed to be there. Okay? And in the back of your head, you know, family, come on now, you know, there is a little voice talking to you, telling you and nudging you and pushing you, saying, I need you to start this. I need you to do this. I need you to get this done. And how are you going to hold yourself accountable? Right? Because if you don't, I will. Right? As your coach, I will hold you accountable to make sure that you are moving forward and transforming through your spiritual journey and becoming the best version of yourself, so that way you can help other people. There's a reason why we are meant to connect and fellowship with other people, right? And just going back to what I said about you being the chosen one of your family, going against the grain, you're the black sheep, you're different, you think differently, you've gone through the most pain, trauma, and experiences than anybody in your family. And not only that, you're scattered amongst the entire world. That's not by coincidence. It's by design, my family. So that way you can tell your story in your country. So you can tell your story in your state. So you can tell your story in your town. So you can tell your story in your city. So that way other people in your city, in your town, in your country, in your state, so that way they can hear your story, share your words of wisdom, and they can step foot to become the best version of themselves also. You see, we live in a very, very, very dark and demonic world. So there's a reason why you were created to fulfill this purpose and this dream. You have to stop sleeping on yourself and playing small, right? Your transformation is so imperative right now, right? And that's going to come with all areas and aspects of your life. Right? You're going to start hanging out with different people. You're going to start thinking differently. You're going to start picking up more books and reading them, gaining more knowledge and wisdom through the pain, through the trials and tribulations. And now you're going to be able to teach people how to push through their pain as well. All right, my family. So as I've gone through so much trauma and pain in my own life, and it's still extremely hard. Let me tell you what's hard right now, because my son was very young, right, when my father passed away. And, you know, yes, he still talks about him. He remembers him, you know, he brings him up from time to time. But now that my son is older and we lost my uncle just, you know, a few months back, you know, the end of 2024, we lost my uncle. He had a really great relationship with my uncle, right? Just like I have a really great relationship with my uncle, my son had an amazing relationship with him, and it's really bothering him, family. You know, he'll randomly, you know, come into my room. He'll randomly, Dad, I need to talk to you. He'll start crying. He'll just get upset. I miss Uncle Tommy. That was my uncle's name. Uncle Tommy. And it's been difficult because not only am I going through my own traumas and pains and different things that I've experienced over the years, but I have to be strong from my son. I have to be strong from my mom, right? Because she's been going through it also. Not only that, she has 2 other brothers and 1 sister left, and all of them are ill. All of them are ill. So my uncles and my aunts, all of them are ill. So she's like taking care of them amongst trying to, me and her running a business together. We have a family cleaning business as well. So we're doing that. And then she's also dealing with the loss of her husband and her parents and 2 other sisters. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I know all of you are going through so much of this, but you cannot live in the pain, my family, or else you're never going to transform. I really hope this message motivates someone today, man, because I want you to realize that no matter how much you're dealing with, like, it doesn't matter, right? And I'm not saying that like in a mean way. I'm not saying that in a way that's like, okay, well, who cares what you're going through? But I'm saying, like, you hold the torch to your family. Like, you are the one that's going to carry your family bloodline into the next generation and the next generation and the next generation, right? To bring in the riches, right? To bring in the mindset shift, right? To teach people how to move through their pain, through their traumas. Like, your great grandkids, they're going to be talking about you. They're going to be like, man, my great aunt, right? Or my great uncle, or, you know, whoever. They were the ones that set the precedence for our family. They were the ones that had the turnkey. They were the ones that turned everything around for my family. I am so grateful for them. And they are probably going to say, man, I really wish I could have met them, right? I really wish I could have met them in my days. And when they were living, I wish I could have met them and talked to them and just, you know exactly what they went through, what life was like for them when they were here living. You all are changing the course for your family. You're changing the course for your family. All right. And this is major. Like, what you're going through is so much bigger than you. And that's what you have to realize. Like, what you're doing, what you're creating, what you're building is so much bigger than you. It's so much bigger than you. This isn't even about you, right? But you were chosen and you are being used to usher all of this in because you have what it takes to push through all of that, right? So this is why you're breaking generational curses. This is why you're eating healthier. Maybe you had a family that never ate healthy, right? They were always eating poorly. And now you decide, you know what? I'm going to be on my health. I'm going to be a health freak, right? I'm going to hit the gym all the time. I'm going to eat healthy. You know, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go running. Like, you are changing the course for your family, and that's what you have to look at. So all the pain that you have gone through, all the trauma, all the things, that's why it's so much bigger than you, right? Because the enemy knew that you were the one that was going to break the generational curse, knows that you are the one that's going to carry the torch and usher everything in for your family in the future. Okay? What you're doing right now is so important. It's so imperative that you cannot quit. You literally cannot quit right now. All right. Do not quit. Do not give up on yourself. Stop playing small. Move forward with purpose, intention, and clarity, and pay attention to the signs. As you have gone through your spiritual awakening, it happened for a reason, right? Your level of awareness is up here. Most people's level of awareness is down here. They're not paying attention. They're not paying attention at all. They're spiritually dead, my family. They're spiritually dead. And a lot of people, they really don't understand life. They don't really understand why they're here. Right? They're probably not even asking that question. But once you've gone through a spiritual awakening and you're now, on this new journey, you start to question, why am I even here? What's my purpose? What am I doing here? As a matter of fact, why am I at this job? I don't even feel like being at this job. Things are going to start shifting in your favor and in your life in a very monumental way and on a grand scale, on a very, very grand scale. Right? And you may be afraid to take on that task. But if you were not able to take on the task, it never would have been given to you. The vision never would have been given to you. That's how you should know that you have what it takes. Yes, it may be a little scary to start it because you don't know what you're doing, right? That's why you got me, Coach Kev, to help give you clarity, to help give you guidance, to help build that business, to help start that YouTube channel, to share your voice, right? I want you all to be successful, man. You have no idea. right? Losing my dad and then my grandparents and then everyone else after that, it's been so hard. It's been so hard. And I know so many of you out there can relate. You can resonate to the message. You've lost loved ones. You lost your job. You lost your home, right? You lost everything. You literally just lost everything. And not only that, you got narcissistic people that's beating you up verbally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, right? They're doing these things to you to really, really break you down. But there's a reason why you woke up this morning. There's a reason why you're still here. You have a story to share. You have something that you have to put out. And I'm going to say it one more time, family. You're going to find purpose in your pain, right? So don't think that your life is over because you're going through all these different things. That's not the case at all. You are being remolded. You're being shaped and created to be the best version of yourself. But at the same time, you have to take action. You have to take action, right? Faith without works is dead. So you can have all the faith in the world, but you can't just sit back and twiddle your thumbs thinking that success and all the things that you want is just going to land in your lap. It's not going to happen that way. You have to move forward. You have to take action, right? And if something is scaring you to do, that means you're supposed to do it. If it's too easy of a path to go down, it's probably not meant for you. Okay. So if you're going down a path and things are getting difficult, things are getting rough, you're getting pushback, you're getting lashback, seems like nothing is working out, you're failing, family, you're going down the right path, right? Because the enemy doesn't want you to go down that path. So what's going to happen? They're going to make sure, that everything goes wrong. So that way you give up and you don't find purpose in your pain. You're going to find that purpose, family. I know you will. And you have to keep on pushing through and keep on keeping on. All right. You got to go through it to grow through it, my family. You got to go through it to grow through it. All right. And I really hope this touches someone's soul today, and allows them to just get that spark of energy, right? That just says, you know what? I'm ready to push through, Coach Kev. I'm ready to do this thing. I'm ready to do this thing. I'm ready to start my YouTube channel. I'm ready to start my business. I'm ready for transformation. I'm ready to transform my mindset, right? And I'm going to be giving you all a complete life transformation coaching program. This is something that I'm working on right now, where you're going to get all areas and aspects of your life to just completely transform, right? Completely transform and have full clarity moving forward with your life. All right. So, last thing I want to say is that I love you guys so much. I'm actually, if you're watching this video right now on Thursday, I will be leaving soon to the beach. My son has a basketball tournament. Y'all please give my son some good luck, some love for him. We got a basketball tournament at the beach coming up. So, I'll be in, Ocean City, Maryland. That's where the tournament's going to be held at. So if you're out there and you see me walking, say what's up. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Say what's up. But family, man, I love you guys to life. I truly do. And I just want to see you become successful. I want to see you step out of that comfort zone, finding purpose in your pain. This is what's going to help you transform. Remember, many of you are going through a whole transformation right now in your life, and you probably can't see it and you don't even realize it. But deep down, this is exactly what is happening right now in your life. And you got to keep moving forward with it. Keep going. Keep going, my family. All right. So you all have an amazing day today. Come on over to my second YouTube channel, Create with Words. If you do want to start a YouTube business and personal brand, I got you covered. And don't forget to check out the Creators Hub. That is my free community. Come on over and join it. Would love to have you there. If you would like to go through transformation, mindset development, you want to learn how to just program your mind in the right way and overcome those limiting beliefs, allow me to help you, man. Allow me to be your coach. All right. And I would love to actually do that. Okay. So you're going to find the links down below in the description, also in the comments, for both the second channel, Create with Words, and for the community that you can join. And don't forget, when you join the community, you get a free onboarding call. All right. You get to meet with me for 30 minutes, one-on-one. The same energy that you get here is the same energy you're going to get on that call. You can ask any person that I've had a coaching session with. This is the exact same energy that you're going to get from me. All right. Because I just want to help you and I want to see you succeed. All right. So again, love you all to life. Step out of your comfort zone, become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to turn on your bell notifications for more videos to come. And I will see you all soon in the next video. Peace.